This is for my sweet, beautiful, amazing Aries babies who want everyone to know that they're right, because you are right. Like, you are right. They are acting hypocritical. They are doing things that everyone would be a lot happier if they weren't doing. Even them, like, they would be happier if they weren't doing these things. The message for you today is something that is a little difficult for an Aries to do sometimes. Do nothing. Do nothing. And this feels like in relation to a situation. Oh, that nose itch is not like an accident, I think. Something that's really irritating you. Something that you've been trying to resolve by, feels like maybe expressing yourself, letting your emotions kind of get the best of you. Someone has irritated you. The other card that came up was the Empress. So it feels like it could be something with your mother or mother figure. Could be something related to parenting. So if you have children, for some of you, okay, so it's going to be a little bit of both. For some of you, it's about something going on with your mom or your mother figure. There's some situation that is feeling like you're pulling apart or you're not hearing each other. And for some of you, it's going to be feeling that way about your kids. They're not understanding you. You are feeling overwhelmed. The central energy coming through is that you are feeling overwhelmed by a flood of emotions. And so these readings will be, for sun, moon, rising. And as an Aries sun, moon, or rising, I feel like some of you might be watching this as an Aries moon. You really are working towards finding the right outlet for those surges of emotion, because Aries being a fire sign and being the initiator in the zodiac, that I have to do something. Like, it's a very action, like outward energy. I have to do something. We have to do something. We have to do something is what it feels like. So that like surge of emotion has gotten you into a place where you feel like if you don't do something about this, it's all going to fall apart. If you don't do something about this right now, I'm getting like nip it in the bud as like maybe a phrase that's been coming up in your mind. I need to nip this in the bud. Like, this has been going on too long and I'm tired of it and we need to stop this right now. So there's this very like action, pressing, forceful energy where you want to just like strong arm your way through this, where you have this surge of emotions and you're like, my emotions are telling me something and I need to tell you about it too. But this is not the time. This is the time to do nothing. This is the time to sit back and like kind of detach your energy from what's happening. Not necessarily stepping away from the relationship, especially if it's your kids and especially if they're younger. Like, you can't really like withdraw. And if you feel like that's the only way to go, like, well, I'm not going to bite my tongue about this and I'm, not just going to let it be okay. So I have to either step away from the relationship or withdraw my energy. There is like, be careful, because there is a little bit of toxic tendency in that, where almost like you're punishing the other person for not agreeing with you or for not understanding where you're coming from, not changing their behavior. That's what this is. You are wanting a behavioral change from the people around you, from your mom, from your children. I'm getting for some even like a sister, like maybe like an older sister or a mother figure type sister, wanting something about them to be different, wanting them to behave in a different way that you have decided is the right way to be. And this is something that you're not aware of. Like, for you, like as you're going through this, it really just feels like it really feels like they're wrong. You can feel like they're just wrong. You can feel that they are just wrong. But there's information in that for you. Also that the Empress is coming up feels like this might be something where you were, and I just also saw like look at the 2 decks and look at the crescent moon situation going on here. So I feel like there's something like deep in your, not shadow, but like in your inner child. Something deep in your inner child is what you're projecting onto this relationship. So maybe if it's with your mother, it's the way that you were raised, and now she's not behaving the way that she raised you. Maybe she raised you to be like, treat others how you want to be treated, but she's doing something that is like running counter to that, and like behaving in a hypocritical kind of way. And you're like, don't you see what you're doing? Allowing room for people to change and grow and evolve and process whatever they're going through is part of the lesson here. And then for those of you where this is really about your relationship with your kids and what's going on there, careful to not keep pushing and pressing the parenting style or the beliefs you have about what a parent should be to a child based off of how you were raised. So I'm getting a little bit of like authority here, like authoritative, feeling like you need them to know that you're the boss, because that's how you were raised. Like you were raised that the parents are the boss, and you're supposed to do what you are told to do, and they're not doing what you're telling them to do. So like the fact that they're not doing it, the fact that they're not expressing that behavior that you need, I'm getting for some of you, this is a friend too, a friend that you've kind of had to babysit your whole life. Babysit in a way where like they just don't manage their emotions. They don't care about what anybody else says or does. They just kind of live their life very flighty, very free. And you're like, it like kind of calls in like this almost paternal energy, like a dad, like an authoritative. I'm getting like the emperor energy. A little bit coming through there, where you're like trying to pull them, like reel them back in, and it doesn't work that way. The overall message for you is that there's more for you to understand about yourself and about why these people are triggering you, about who you want to be in your relationships. Do you want to be somebody who has these high expectations or needs other people to change their behaviors to make you feel better? Or can you learn to love and nurture that relationship for where they are? It feels overwhelmingly like they will get to where you feel like they need to be, but it won't ever come from pushing and forcing and being mad and having fights and arguments and like there's just such an aggressive energy here. So the advice from Spirit, or like the message coming through, is for you to sit back, relax, and go inward. Not directing that anger or resentment back at yourself, like pulling that energy back in so that you can transmute it within yourself. The other card that popped up was on the bottom of the deck, Out of Bounds Moon. This is when your emotions get the best of you to such an extent that you can't see clearly. You have not been seeing the situation as clearly as you could. You've lost sight of what you really want from, or what kind of outcome you want, because you're so stuck on being right. This is for my sweet, beautiful, amazing Aries babies who want everyone to know that they're right, because you are right. Like, you are right. They are acting hypocritical. They are doing things that everyone would be a lot happier if they weren't doing. even them. Like, they would be happier if they weren't doing these things. Getting the image of like trying to help a child like eat. Like, you need to eat. You will feel better if you eat. Like, you're upset, you're throwing a tantrum, everything's uncomfortable because you're hungry. Like, you need to eat. And like needing them to do the thing that you're telling them to do, because it will make them happier. But there's this inherent resentment, and maybe you all get it from each other, where you don't want to do the thing you're being told to do, even if you know that that's the right thing for you to do. That is for some of you, that's the energy that you carry as well, where you're like, I'm not going to do that because you told me to do it. You want me to eat something? I'm never going to eat again. Like, there's this little bit of like silly, like, in spite of yourself kind of thing. And like the people around you are expressing that like right back at you. So what you're going through right now is really a mirroring. Everything in your outer world is like your inner self pushed out. And this feels like a real call from our, like, let's see if I can get these all up here. With our Empress sitting like right in the middle. And look at all these crescent moons, gosh. Really needing to go back within. This is being really triggering for you right now because it's time to be healed. Your inner child, that like deep inner, something is calling to be healed from your inner child. And that's why these behaviors or these relationships feels like they're going wrong, or it feels like you're like at your wit's end, trying to fix everybody around you. But what's going on around you is coming from inside. So that's all I'm being given. That's all there is. There's the rest is for you to go in, meditate, journal, sing, draw, run. For some of you, like, exercise feels really important right now, like kind of intense exercise. Do something that is tiring for you because you have all of this. Oh, that might be for the anger or for the like these surges of emotions. Give yourself a healthy outlet for those emotions, because yelling at the people that are doing the thing you don't want them to do is not going to make it better. It's going to keep you stuck in this. It keeps everybody stuck in this. To do something, you have to do something to shift the energy, and it has to be you that does it, not expecting other people to do it for you or to change what they're doing to make you feel better. It really has to be you finding an outlet for those emotions and figuring out what this means for that inner child that's kind of ready to be healed. This is something that's been repressed for a long time too, I'm getting, which is also part of the out of bounds moon. You have been not wanting to deal with this, or not in a place where you emotionally or even mentally could handle this part of yourself. And now you are in a place. This is, okay, so for some of you, maybe for all of you, you're like, I've been doing such good work. I've been doing all of this work on myself. Why are my relationships around me falling apart? And sometimes we talk about the vibrational difference. Like, as you're doing self-care and self-work and on that spiritual journey and on this self-awareness roller coaster, people around you will start to reflect things back to you that you didn't see before or that they weren't doing before. They're helping you. And you're like, that sounds crazy because they're really pissing me off. They are trying to show you what's up next for you to work on. So you'll know when you're through it, when it's not triggering anymore. You'll know you're through it when, even when they don't do the thing that you say that they need to do, you just like grab them and hug them and love them and just be like, okay, that's fine. Okay, whatever. You don't have to, but I love you and I'm coming from a place of love, and I think this would be helpful for you. And if you don't want to, that's completely fine. We have free will here, even as children, even as older parents or big sisters or best friends or whatever. Everybody has a choice. And just you acknowledging that we all have a choice, and you are not the boss of them, my bossy little Aries friend. Just in that awareness, in that acknowledgement, is enough to like kind of like let the air out of the situation. Like, it takes so much pressure off of everybody so that they can have a little bit more clarity. Because the way that you're pushing and forcing right now, that surge of emotions has blocked your clarity, and now it's blocking their clarity too. So give it a break. Just let the relationships be, just for a couple of days. Like, just for a couple of days, don't force anybody to do anything. Don't push anybody. Don't argue. Don't hold anger. Don't hold resentment. Just love them. Just love them for where they are, because you were there once too. And you're kind of there right now. That's why it's being mirrored back to you. It's not so you can fix them. It's so that you can go inside and see those parts of you that are ready to be re-examined and transmuted with love. There's so much nurturing here in the Empress, and that's what's at the center of everything. There's so much love, and that's why the emotions, it's such a strong surge of emotions, because there's so much love underneath it. So that is your message for this upcoming month. I hope that nothing. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.